As you may have seen, I've taken a few months off from YouTube where I took a much needed vacation. I haven't taken a vacation since before COVID, and I've been going quite hard in my business, and I was just a little bit burnt out. I need to take some time off. However, right before I stopped making videos on YouTube, I put out a bunch of different MLM style videos. So World Financial Group review, Great Way Financial review, Primerica review, etc., etc. And looking at my comments on my channel over the last few months has made me realize that there is a lot of recruits who are fed this rhetoric. It's the same comment over and over. It's the same objection. It's kind of just this little, trigger they have in their mind. Someone says this, they say this, and I've seen it over and over again. So in this video, I'm going to be responding to the 4 or 5 major objections that these recruits, that these agents have in these MLM videos that they've made on numerous different videos. And you can see all the comments, bang, 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 all over there. However, at the end of the day, it's very easy to see through these objections for what they are as just false. And we're going to go through them so you can see exactly what I am talking about. What is up, guys? For those of you new to the channel, my name is Philip Setter. I'm the founder and CEO of Affinity Life, where we've helped thousands of Canadians find the right life insurance coverage at the right price. If that sounds interesting, I'll put a link where you can book a one-on-one meeting with myself in the description and we can chat about your needs. But without further ado, let's get right into the video. So here's the thing. At the end of the day, MLMs do a very good job at creating this environment, this cult-like environment, where if anybody questions the actions of the MLM, there's always these pre-recorded responses that they tell their agents, they tell their recruits, whatever it is. Obviously, we're talking about insurance-related MLMs in this video, but all MLMs are the same. And I've been a part of many different MLMs when I was younger and naive, and I was easily taken advantage of, which is some of the age groups that they prey upon is people who are naive and who are young. But of course, there's other groups that they prey upon as well. But they do a very good job at just having this rhetoric where it's basically if somebody questions something, you already have this pre-recorded response to just usher out that, no, that's not how it works. For example, here's one. They say, oh, is that that's a pyramid scheme where one person at the top makes a lot of money and a lot of overrides, and it's built upon the backs of all these other different individuals. Instantly, their common objection is, well, no, wait a second. A company is the exact same way. There's a CEO at the top, and then there's managers, and then there's employees. And it's just this rhetoric that they have pre-programmed in their brain that they don't actually take a second to think about. The difference between an organization such as a company that has a CEO and managers and all these other people and an MLM is in an MLM, 99% plus of people lose money. This is not this is not my opinion. This is a statistic. If you look up statistics for MLMs, if you go to their financial reports of every MLM across the board, 99% of the people lose money. Where in a traditional company, managers make money, employees make money, everybody makes money. Yes, the CEO makes more money, but everyone at a job is compensated, whether you're the janitor or the CEO or a manager or anywhere in between, pardon me. And so they just have this rhetoric, this pre-programmed response for any objection you said. And we're going to go through a couple of them today, specific to insurance-related MLMs. The first one that we're going to talk about is, and I get this a lot on the channel, there's tons of comments as they say, oh yes, okay, so that has happened. There's been clients that have been sold improper products. However, there's bad apples at every organization. There's some people that are bad at Apple. There's some people at Tesla. There's some people at SpaceX or wherever it is, at Microsoft, at Google. There's bad apples. The same is true in MLMs. We have a few bad apples, but for the most part, we're good. Now, I just recorded a lengthy video talking about the recent FSRA enforcement that was done on 3 insurance MLMs, in Ontario. And you can see from this review, and if you haven't seen that video, I'll put it right there and you can watch it. This isn't a bad apples problem. This is the entire organization problem. The framework that has been built for their agents rewards recruiting, doesn't incentivize proper planning for the clients, pushes these complicated universal life insurance policies, pushes unnecessary products. And at the end of the day, you can say it's a bad apple, but it's not. Okay. You can see actually that the inverse is true. There's some good apples at these MLM related companies, which is quite surprising because there are genuinely good people at these organizations which want to do what's best for the client. However, usually if they do that, it's going to go in the face of the framework that those organizations have created. So by and large, no, it's not bad apples. There's a few good apples. Most of them And it's not that the people are bad. The framework and the system that these companies have created, prioritizing recruitment, taking anyone into the organization, tons of part-time agents, and the pushy sales of complicated universal life insurance products make these organizations as a whole a giant big bad apple. Another very common objection that these recruits or agents will have is they'll say, well, Philip, you're not building a business. I'm building a business because I'm recruiting people and I have a sales force, and lots of people have sales forces. I have a sales force. I'm building that up. You're just an employee and you have employee mindset. You have this broke 9-to-5 mindset, whereas I'm a business owner and I'm going to recruit a bunch of people and build a business and yada, yada, yada. Here's the thing. At the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with wanting to build some type of sales organization. However, again, it goes back to the framework of these companies. They prioritize recruitment over proper sales for one. For two, they want you to recruit. One, so they can, get overrides on those people, et cetera, et cetera. But two, the main marketing model that these companies have is selling to the close friends and family of the recruits. That's their main marketing model. They're not getting leads come in from, Facebook ad campaigns. They're not running YouTube videos to try and get clients. They're running YouTube videos to get recruits. That's all they want is recruits, because it's much easier to sell an unnecessary product that might not be suitable for the client to an individual that trusts the recruit. What better person to sell to than, someone that you've brought into your organization, you've brainwashed, you've made them believe that banks and governments are out to get you and this product is the best and it's going to get the best returns and yada, 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 and you've barely been trained on it and you're part-time in the industry, you're part-time in this business. What better way to get to those people than sell to their warm market? They already trust them. They're already willing to try and help out that person by buying some type of product. That is how they push their organization forward. Now, you might be saying, Philip, you're just a hater. You don't want to build a business, that has other recruits. You don't want to build a sales agency. Here's the thing. I was taught very early on in my career when I went to, as an independent, when I went to the MGA as an independent, and all of a sudden I saw the potential of how much money you can make in this industry as an independent. So just to give you an idea of what that looks like, typically the compensation when you join World Financial Group or Great Wave Financial or any of these other companies, Primerica, Experian, et cetera, is going to be anywhere between, let's say, 40 and 70%. And the only way that these companies have structured it in order for you to get to the next level of compensation, whether that be 70%, 80%, 90%, whatever it is to recruit. They want you to recruit and some production, yes, but recruiting is the primary way. Bring more people in. Let us sell to them. Bring more people, recruit, build up this big team, et cetera, et cetera. In my career, when I got started as an independent and I said, oh, wow, look how much money you can make. 130%, 150%, 180%. That's amazing. And then I thought, oh, you know what I should do? I should create an agency where I, have these other agents and I pay them 80%. And then I'm making, let's say, an extra 100% on top of their sales. And one of the guys that brought me into the industry and helped me set up as an independent said, well, you could, but wouldn't you think that would be a little bit unethical? As soon as they figured out that you were making 180 and only paying them 80, why wouldn't they just go do what you did and make 180% as well? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, think about that. You're just pulling the wool over their eyes. And how long will it be until their eyes are lifted and they can see what they can make in this industry? Will it be 6 months? Will it be a year? Will it be 2 years? Eventually, if they're focused on actually servicing the client's need and selling products and doing what's best for the client, as opposed to just recruiting people and having this recurring model of people walk in, take their warm market, sell them unnecessary products, and then kick them out or have them leave because they're not making any money. Instead of doing that, why wouldn't you just tell them, hey, here, go as an independent, service your client's needs and make as much as you possibly can? Why doesn't that make sense? So very early on in my career, I realized, yeah, that's a good point. I don't do any recruiting at my company. We don't have any agents under myself. Production is the primary reason that I got into this business, selling the right policy to the consumer, not recruiting and bringing other people in and taking their warm market and selling to their warm market. And so this argument kind of falls apart. The fact that you're building a business by collecting overrides. No, you're not. You're building a business by bringing in this constant reoccurring stream of new recruits that you sell a dream that you know is not going to be possible for them. 99% of them fail. And you're probably part of that 99%. They might sell a few policy here or there, but to try and build a business that you can consistently make 6 figures in is quite difficult. And to do that on a comp where you start at 30% or 40%, and the only way to get higher than that is to bring other people in there and convince them of this dream. Why wouldn't you just go and be an independent? This is not like a biased opinion. I make nothing from you going out and becoming an independent and making more money. Just go to another MGA, a real MGA, get a better contract. If your actual goal is to try try and service clients and do what's best for the client. Why wouldn't you do that and make more money as opposed to trying to sell people this dream that they can make it in the industry when you know and I know it's not going to happen? Number 3, and this is another tactic used by them, is they say, look, we had this huge convention. We had this massive sponsorship. We have all these football teams. We have this sponsorship and that. And look, we were on this cover and we did this and blah, 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 blah. They try and use those things to legitimize their company. It doesn't take much to see through this. This is a very easy thing. If you look at the easiest example is FTX. FTX sponsored things all over the world. They had arenas being built with them. They had huge sponsorships with soccer teams and with celebrities and financial YouTubers and all these other endorsements. And that was a giant scam. So this is really easy to see through. Just because you guys have some legitimate things that you're attached to does not make you a legitimate company. And number 4, which I've gotten quite a few different comments on, is you're just slandering our business to try and promote your own business. And listen, I'll be honest with you, it's somewhat true. I am using popular search terms that people search on Google to try and promote my business. You are absolutely correct in that regard. However, at the end of the day, this YouTube channel is meant to be a pro financial advice for Canadians channel. And I had made videos for a long time on this channel without making any videos on any insurance related MLM because I did not want to get in this argument that I see myself in now with these people that just have this rhetoric and they're in this cult and they're very brainwashed and it's hard for them to look back objectively. And I get it because I was there myself. I didn't want to be in that position, but over time, more and more comments came from people asking me to make videos about these companies, asking me if they were any good. I had a ton of advisors who were in those companies reach out and ask me what my opinion was on them, if they should stay with them, if they should leave. So I, in a way, was eventually forced to start making these videos. And yes, these videos at the end of the day are intended for me to promote and market my insurance brokerage. So you are correct in saying that yes, I am making some of these videos and I am promoting my business through these videos. However, it doesn't change the fact that everything that I've said is true. You guys still have a terrible framework. You can see from the recent video that I made, the FSRA enforcement, there's a ton of misconduct that you guys have, improper selling techniques, improper sales of universal life insurance policies, part-time people in the business, so many contraventions in the Insurance Act. So yes, I am promoting my business, in a little cheeky way, but nothing I say is incorrect. So with that all being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys have any questions, drop them below. And if you guys are enjoying this content, as always, all I ask is that you give it a thumbs up and I'll see you guys in the next one.